fans, welcome to another SundayComics.com video. I've now got bitten by the bug of buying comics from auction houses. Having bought some comics from an auction house in Suffolk, I have now bought some comics from an auction house in Sheffield today. So what have I bought? So this auction was in Sheffield. There were quite a lot of comic shop lots. Now this one looked to me as if it was stock from a local comic shop that had gone out of business. So whereas the previous lot looked to me as if it was from a single collector, which it was, this lot looks to me like a lot, as I said, from a comic shop that's gone out of business. So I am not expecting these comics to be as good as the previous lot in terms of either content or condition. So I'm expecting actually not to have many keys in here. I'm expecting the keys to have been picked out. Anyway, we will see. So what have I start off with? Started off, there's a one box of mostly Marvel, and it was Marvel UK. It's Marvel UK, The Incredible Hulk. 12 quid for a box of them. I just couldn't resist it. I don't really collect Marvel UK, but 12 quid for a full box. Next up, Marvel Comics, a tray with lesser known titles. Again, there was a whole, I don't know, probably 50 to 100 comics here, 15 quid. Again, couldn't resist them. Next up, and this was a nice looking lot. This was just 12 comics, but it included some Superboy and Legion of Superheroes, and also a really nice looking copy of this is Marvel UK again, but the number 6 from 1973 with the Wonder Man first cover on, reprint of that. Again, 25 quid, couldn't resist it. This was the most expensive lot, paid £65 for this. There were 11 DC comics. Batman 156 by itself in a 3.0 condition is worth $100. So if that's in 3.0 or better condition, that's paid for the whole lot. Plus some really nice early Lois Lane ones. I mean, Lois Lane 38, guys. There we go, Lois Lane 38. Lois and Lana, a freak accident has taken away my superpowers and made me an invalid. Now that I'll be an ordinary man for life, I'm sure neither of you will want to marry me. And girl A says, you'll never be ordinary to me. You'll always be you, the man I love. I'll marry you. And girl B, I'll be honest with you, Superman, without your superpowers, I wouldn't dream of marrying you. Okay, can you guess who is the girl who refused to marry Superman? See, that's worth it. Of all of that, just for that copy. But we've also got Lois Lane 42, 55 and 69, a nice early Superman, a Ghost number 11, House of Mystery 120, House of Secrets 64. So I bought that lot, 65 quid. Buyer's premium another 19, so that was the most expensive lot. Then I bought this one, a tray of Marvel comics. I've no idea what's in this, but it cost me 12 quid. Right, this was a lot I was after, comics. I've got a full set of Howard the Duck, but I saw this Howard the Duck 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 12, 13, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 24, and loads of other comics and magazines they didn't even list. Those Howard the Ducks themselves are Howard the Duck 1, you know, that's probably if it's in decent condition, it's probably worth more than the 40 quid I've just paid for all those. Right, then we get on to the bulk comics. Okay, I'm expecting all these to be rubbish. Effectively, I have paid 10 pence a comic for these on average. So 4 lots here, in excess of 500 comics. Vertigo, DC, Marvel, Xenoscope and other, including Captain Atom, 3 boxes, 50 quid. More than 500 comics, so less than 10p a comic. Next one, in excess of 600 modern comics by DC. Look, I looked at these, they're all bagged. quite a lot of them are bordered. I mean, there's probably more as much value in the bags and boards as there is in the comics. 4 boxes, £45, with buyer's premium, still less than £60, less than 10 pence a comic. And it says in excess of. I mean, there's 4 long boxes here. Again, in excess of 500 modern comics. That one cost me 60 quid. What was interesting here is there were no comic bidders in the room, or I think there was 1 or 2 other bidders bidding for comics. So most of these lots I got for just about the opening price. There was not a lot of competition. I mean, 600 comics in excess for 45 quid. Then there was another of these smaller lots actually with some interesting older comics in. Detective Comics 415, Batman 236, Justice League 94. Again, this was a really interesting lot. 55 quid. And then finally another bulk lot in excess of 500 comics. Again, including Fantastic Four, Avengers, Alpha Flight, Wolverine, 3 boxes. 50 quid. So the bulk ones, 95, 150, 200 pounds for in excess of 2,100 comics, less than 10p a comic. Okay, so you can see here the total. I spent £557 in total. Right, so one of the problems with these places is freight costs you a fortune if you're going to do it. So Sheffield is about a 3-hour drive away from me. I'm going to drive off to Sheffield tomorrow, pick all these up. I'll make a video when I collect them and let you know what I think. So there we go, comic fans. There's one of the pictures of the bulk lots. As you can see, it looks to me like these have been sitting in some local comic book store. The advantages here, they have been bagged and boarded, so hopefully the condition is reasonable. I mean, if you look at this X Factor, it looks reasonable-ish in terms of condition. There's some comics here that are not in bags and boards, and you know, you can see they're not brilliant. What was there was a Marvel Comics Presents there as well. Yeah, that looks reasonable. Bidding has ended. That was me winning it. Okay, so exciting day tomorrow when I go and pick these comics up from Sheffield. That's your lot.